Time for the one time.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
exactly. What's
Good
good?
people, good people, good people. Oh man, been a good week. Been a good week.
Yeah.
Been a good week. Can't complain. I gotta watch the cars. This goddamn new truck. I ain't ready to. I'm taking that to a car wash, bro. And I'm not. I'm not hand washing that joke. I can tell you that.
I'm about to say
Mm.
because that's a tall order.
What
Yeah.
up, MC? Yeah, yeah. I'm taking that joke straight to the
Hey.
car wash.
Well,
I gotta cut my
when
grass
you start
tomorrow.
hand washing stuff, let me know so I can bring my tail car around there so you can wash
Mm.
it. That mug is sitting up for collecting dust.
Right,
Yeah, that big boy gonna take a minute to get washed up.
man.
So what's good, family? What y'all? How's y'all's week been? What's been going on?
Man, last weekend was great. This week has been shit.
We
I'm just gonna put it out there. Like, you just
got back
can't
to
come home.
reality, huh?
Man, and reality was real.
Mm.
Came back home, everything good. Dishwasher broke. Like, bro.
And all that
Then
stuff would break down when Martell gone, huh?
man, so I called the home warranty people, sent somebody out. They supposed to come out this week. They text, oh, we're on our way. I'm like, y'all supposed to have been here 3 hours ago. I gotta go back to work.
Oh God.
So then all communication stopped. So I called the warranty people again, like, hey, I don't want these people coming to my house. Y'all gotta send somebody else. They ain't did nothing, they ain't communicated, da 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 da.
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry for that. Da 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 da. We'll get somebody else out there. Call me back today. Oh, the company reached out and they were having family emergencies. I'm like, they could have communicated that.
Right.
I'm like, nah, I don't trust it. Give me somebody else.
So overall,
So,
so what about the trip? What about last week, rather?
oh,
Oh, we gonna get into that. That's one of the things. That's one of the
the
things.
Oh, shit, I'm saying we gotta hold back.
that
There we
was
go.
it was a good time.
We
And
gonna talk about it. We can talk about it.
my
But
world was all
my week ain't been it's been cool. Like I say, a lot of like you wanted a lot of homeowner stuff. You know what I'm saying? Got to
Man,
cut the grass. You know what I'm saying? Do the cars. My wife wanted to try to plant some flowers before the fall really hit. You know what I'm saying? So they spring next spring for us and
what you trying
all
to do?
that. Uh,
What you trying to do? Tulips or
a couple tulips and some other flowers that she had picked out. But yeah, it's just hunting to do this, just steady growing.
yeah.
And the twins ain't old enough to help with none of that stuff. You hear me? I could at least have
Well,
them
I'm
cutting the
doing
grass.
everything on my honeydew list because I'm the only honey here.
Hmm.
I had somebody come out today, give me an estimate. Remember, I told you about the water damage when we had all that flood stuff.
right, right.
Somebody came out today to give me an estimate, so I'll be waiting on that. He was like, he let me feel better though. He was like, it's not that bad. I'm like, send me that invoice and we'll talk about what's that bad. Um,
So what was he saying? Like, did he not give you an estimate just yet, or
now he said he gonna send me an invoice, and
okay?
then he's gonna be then he'll be ready to start in a couple weeks if I agree to the invoice. So
All right.
we shall see. I mean, I have the money. I ain't trying to, but I gotta send an itemized receipt back to the doggone insurance company. So we'll see how it all plays out. But I'm like, bruh, I am not built for this. I'm supposed to go to work, raise these kids, cook, go to sleep. All this other stuff is not. I didn't have to take out the trash. I'm
Ah,
like, this mess is
oh, goodness.
ghetto. I'm not supposed to be living like this.
It's the pits,
I
huh?
am not supposed. I am not supposed to be living like this. God did not build me for this type of life.
Okay. All right. I hear you. I hear you. So we are also on Twitch tonight. Um,
Switch. I don't
and
know what it
I don't
is, but hey.
Yeah, I don't necessarily know how to use Twitch just yet. I know there's a part where we can interact with people and look at all the comments and stuff, but I have yet to figure that out. So as we go through the night, I'll get there. I'll get there.
Another thing this week, let my dogs outside 6 o'clock in the morning. Normal time they go outside. Well, the kids let them out. I'm still in the bed. All you hear is all this commotion in the backyard. Then you hear like a screaming, screechy noise. I'm like, what the heck was that? Jump up, grab my robe, run down the stairs, look outside. I don't see nothing. It's dark still a little bit. Got a little flashlight out there. Don't see nothing. My pit bull come in strutting. She's strutting. My little mutt come in limping. I'm bruh, like what the holy heck happened to you? Literally in 5 seconds. So I took him to the vet. They was like, oh yeah, he has his wellness plan. Da, da, da. So to see him today is not going to cost you anything. But if you want us to take X-rays, it's going to be $350 for an X-ray.
Ooh, wee.
No, fam, I'm just gonna rub some dirt on it. We'll be all right. Let me go ahead and I'm like, go ahead and bring me Buddy. I'm like, bring me my dog. We gonna be all
I got
right.
some sage or something we can put on there, and
rub some dirt on it. He'll be just fine. But they gave me. Well, they put him on a pain med, and they gave him a sedative because he's super hyper. Like my dog got ADHD. We just gonna put it out there. My dog has ADHD.
These damn dogs taking on more human traits than,
Bro.
That's crazy.
So last night was the first time for the pain med and the sedative. Watching my
dog got pain meds?
Yeah.
Oh my God. What's wrong with my dog?
Something got to him. And then he had a little scar on the back of his leg, so I had to put antibiotic ointment on him. So I gave him the sedative and stuff last night. My poor dog, like if y'all know my dog, he's super hyper. My dog was just looking at me like, I want to jump on you so bad, but I can't.
Your dog got hit up by a damn possum.
I don't know what it was. It was like fur, but I couldn't tell what the fur was from. I don't know if it was from a cat or.
What color was it?
I don't know, because by the time I went out there for work, that was all that was left was some fur. So I'm like, all right, I'm over this day already. But yep, that started off my week. So
$350 for X-rays for a dog.
Yeah, and it was just like he was just. But since he took that pain med and that sedative, he ain't limping around here no more. He walking like a regular.
That's good.
Yeah, that's good. That's what's up. He back to, you know what I'm saying, getting back on the right track.
Like a regular, but they were trying to run me a straight $350 for an X-ray. I'm like, man, I'll take him to my job and do it myself.
Well, do you have insurance for your dog? Or?
Yeah, he's on a healthy plan. Yeah. Shut up.
Oh my God.
Yeah. They both have insurance.
They let you do everything but claim them on your taxes. You hear me?
That motherfucker.
You have to have all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Or you're unfit.
They have a healthy. It's not really insurance. It's a healthy wellness plan for my dog.
That's insurance.
It's a healthy wellness plan.
So does this healthy wellness plan, does it have like a bi-monthly or annual shots and checkups? And
yes,
that's goddamn health insurance. That's health insurance. That's health insurance.
Yeah, make sure he get his heartworm medicine, all that. All that's part of the plan and all that.
Every 6 months. Yep.
Oh yeah. My dog go to the doctor more than I do.
Yeah.
I can't see myself doing that just yet. Like, hey, I love dogs. I hate cats, but I love dogs.
Yeah.
And my kids got to be out the house before I can invest in a dog like that. Like, so how is it? Are you on a monthly plan? Is it a yearly plan or?
It's monthly.
My God. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's another bill.
On taxes?
Huh?
And you can't claim your damn dog on taxes.
Shit, hey, you might want to look into your dog being a little bit of a fix for anxiety or stress
Now this
animal.
one need to get passed in the next election or something. We need to put this up. Well, put this on the ballot or something. You know what I'm saying? We need to put this in the
because
bill.
they're definitely well taken care of. Like they're taken care of. Like I take care of my kids. So
Twinkle loves you. So let me tell y'all about this Twinkle.
is Twinkle a cat?
Twinkle's a goddamn cat.
Oh,
Twinkle is a cat. You know, I've had a very sketchy relationship with cats throughout my life.
you said it's sketchy.
Yeah. So when I was a kid, my grandparents that lived in Pacific had a bunch of feral ass cats. Right. So the house my grandparents lived in sat on probably about 2 or 3 acres of land, probably about 1.5 acres, 2 acres. Right. And they had a big garden. So we had dogs and they also had cats to go catch the smaller critters. Well, the cats, we kind of just got used to, hey, happy Friday, Lonzo. Used to
What
Hey,
up,
feeding,
though?
bro.
hanging out, and playing with, and they would follow us, and they would have kittens. It became a generational thing. One
Mhm.
day, and I was a little guy. One day, I'm sitting outside on my grandparents' front porch, just petting this cat, and it's purring, and it's coming around, going through my legs, and I'm loving on it, and it's loving on me, and all of a sudden, that motherfucker just started kicking my ass.
And you ain't do nothing.
I
You
didn't
ain't
do
do
nothing
nothing.
to the cat. I did absolutely nothing. I was just petting the cat.
Okay,
I
okay,
didn't
I'm
hold
listening.
its
You
tail.
must
I
have
didn't.
rubbed it the wrong way.
No, because I knew to go with the way the cat's fur is, right? Because my grandparents taught me that. So I'm stroking the cat, in 1 second it's purring and it's going through my
What up,
Boo.
Ashley?
legs. And
Oh my
next thing I
god.
know, that cat was just like beefs.
He
Wop,
said, he
wop, wop,
said,
wop, 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 wop. And I was like, no, what's. And I'm running. And I ran through, busted my grandparents' house and slammed the sliding door behind me. And the cat just like it get to the sliding door and is waiting for me to come back out. Like it's pacing back and forth.
You did something, yeah.
Good on my life.
no,
I
I don't
did
think he had
nothing
to
to
do
that cat.
nothing. It's a cat, bro. Them mugs are shady.
So,
Yeah.
so, so remember, I had a cat, Raja. That was my cat, and when I had the dog,
Cats
when I
are
had the
shady as
boxer,
hell.
Raja was the coolest animal ever. But like you said, Jig, come nighttime when the lights go off, it was like when bedtime happened. She knew once everybody started walking towards the bed, she would run and wrap her legs or her paws around our ankle and would just do a little quick bite
For no damn
every
reason.
for no reason every night. She'll play
Yeah.
with you all day long, but at nighttime when you get ready to go, she would sit on top of the couch and used to just smack the dogs on top of the head. Like,
Assholes.
Shady
That's
ass
what they are.
cats.
Cats are
Cats are
assholes.
shady as
but
hell.
she was the coolest little creature I had. You hear me? But
Yeah.
So when I lived in
I'm not a cat person myself neither. But
Yeah.
Raja was cool.
Yeah, that cat put
when
the
we lived in
paws
an
to me.
apartment, we had 2 cats because people in apartments, you don't want their critters coming to your house.
Mm-hmm.
So we had 2 cats. We had Spicy and Spooky.
We scared of them damn cats coming over there.
Them
They
cats,
just, bro, they just be looking at you. You know what I'm saying? Like, who is y'all, bro? Like, it's like, hey
they were
man,
like guard dogs, bro. Those
that's what I'm
cats are
saying.
crazy. So, so one, Christmas time, I spent all night putting my Christmas tree up. I decorated. It was so pretty. I came home from work. My Christmas tree was freaking destroyed. It was destroyed, and I'm looking. I'm like, what? I'm like, did somebody break into my shit? Like, what happened? My cat gonna put her head out from outside the Christmas tree. She's in the middle of the Christmas tree, sitting there
Like,
like
damn,
this.
y'all home.
Right.
Like, bruh, if you like, I was heated.
You know, you go over your partner crib and you be like, hey man, y'all got a dog.
You
You know
gotta
what I'm
put
saying? You
your
get to checking for
dog up,
dogs.
family. Yeah.
That's how one of the cats used to be when you go over to her crib. We used to go over there for game night. And we used to be like, hey man, hey cuz, put them cats up. You hear me? Hey,
Them cats are crazy. They were crazy.
And you can't domesticate cats. You cannot domesticate
Like they
cats.
do
Cats,
whatever the hell they
they
want to
do, they
do.
yes, cats are like the only quote unquote domesticated pet that isn't actually domesticated. You know how
Like,
I don't know if y'all ever looked. So I do some weird ass research, right? Because I'm just that type of geek guy. And I found out like the relationship
You say
between
you a
you.
neat geek? You say you
Geek.
a neat
I'm
geek guy?
just that type of a geeky guy, right?
Oh,
I just
geeky guy. I
think,
thought you said
yeah,
that was a neat geek. I was like, oh, that's a new one. Okay,
we're gonna
my
use it
bad.
for now. But so I don't know what took me down this path, but I was trying to figure out how cats ended up getting domesticated, and I found out that cats had never been domesticated. They domesticated us to serve them. And cats at one point was just like feral and absolutely wild, and they began to realize that there were rodents that lived in town where people were. So cats would begin to go into the town to get the rodents, and people would also begin to feed them. So the cats was looking at the woods like, man, to hell, we're going back out in the woods. I'm just finna hang out here, get fed, do whatever I want. I can poop, piss, and whatever. Ain't nobody finna do nothing. Shit, I'm good. And they started having kittens. And the kittens adapted the behavior of the first quote unquote domesticated cats in that area.
Okay.
And that's how we formed a relationship with cats, like with wild dogs. Scientifically, it takes 7 generations to get wild dogs from the wild and actually breed them to the point of actually being domesticated, to listen to people, so on and so forth. Hey,
What up
Bev, what's
there?
going on, family? And hey,
Yeah.
Maya, let me not skip over Maya. Hallelujah.
Here we go.
But
Jesus. I'm a love hater right now. So I
don't hate the love. But you
I'm
know,
a straight
we
love hater.
domesticated cats.
Hey, you
Hell,
know, if we was in the hood, we'd start calling you Twinkle, right?
oh, cuz facts. So Twinkle, I'm glad you put me back on track. So Twinkle, right, belongs to the kids. And Twinkle don't mess with me at all. Twinkle has no
Well, Maya said
love
Twinkle
You got a
whatsoever.
loves
history
you.
with cats, man. You got a history with cats, man.
Now,
It's something in your blood.
maybe one day we'll talk about what I've done to cats, you know, to
Mm.
get my power back because I was a victim. I was a victim.
Mm.
I got papped
Oh
smooth
my
the hell
God.
up by cats.
Mm,
It was
mm,
bad, and
In
I
your
was
own home, it was straight domestic abuse.
facts, and I was
mm,
bad. I was out for revenge. I was out for blood.
mm,
So
mm.
I had to get it back. I'm just saying it was a real thing. All right, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to take up that much time. We went a little bit further
Hey,
than what
hello,
we
hey,
did.
we 18 minutes in. Let's get to it, y'all. What's up?
We did. All right, so let's hit it. Let's hit it. We back week 4 NFL football. Shmutball.
Shmutball.
So here we are. So these are some of the games that will be happening um, for the next few days. And of course, we saw the Dolphins Bengal game, and there's the final score of it. We got
The Bengals
Seahawks
beat
and
the Dolphins.
Lions. Yeah, Jets, Steelers, Bears, Giants, so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
So on and so forth. So where are we at this week? Who we got? Let me put that back up so we can see who we got for this upcoming week. Like I'm getting my ass toe up in fantasy football. I
Oh
don't know.
Lord, see, I don't even know anything about fantasy football, so I don't even attempt that.
I took an L last week. You know what I'm
In
saying? I'm gonna
fantasy,
bounce back. Yeah.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's been a bad. I'm 1-2 in fantasy this year. It's been bad.
Oh,
Shit, I'm 0-3. So
Okay, yeah.
let's dig on some of these first couple of games on Sunday. Who we going
all
with?
right.
Let me move the
Sunday,
map.
I'm gonna go with the Seahawks against the Lions.
Okay.
Okay.
Um,
I'm gonna take Detroit in that game.
Straight up?
Yeah.
That's a risky one, cuz okay.
sir,
They ain't got Russell Wilson
you
no
better check
more.
them jerseys. You better check them jerseys.
Hey, I'm telling you, they got Swift out there. Hey,
Good point.
Detroit is a solid little program. I think they 2-1 this year.
Yeah,
Uh,
they are so far.
uh,
They are so far. But
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the Seahawks. I'm gonna go with the Seahawks. Who we got for Jets and Steelers?
I'm gonna go with the Steelers.
I'm with
I'm
you on
gonna
that
go
one,
with the Steelers
cuz.
as well.
Okay, all right.
Me too.
And we'll do a couple more. Chicago and New York, the Bears and the Giants.
Give me the Bears
I'm
Ooh.
going.
in New York. In New
Yeah,
York.
I'm gonna go with the Bears also.
as much as I despise the Bears, I'm going to rock with the Bears because I despise the G-men even more.
Right. Oh, what happened at the Mizzou game? Was it? She said, cousin Billy said, did y'all see that Mizzou game? Very disappointing.
No. Enlighten us. Put us up on it. I'm not hip on what happened at the Mizzou game. Tell us
Yeah,
something about it, Beverly, please.
absolutely.
We appreciate that.
Mhm. But on the teams that got purple, the Ravens, I'm going with them. The Vikings, I'm going with them. They got purple in their uniform. That's my favorite color.
So
let's
get
talk about
down. Go ahead. Let me move the
I
picture.
just wanted to speak about last night game with the
Yeah,
quarterback
yeah.
Tua getting put out last night with a concussion. Man,
Oh
at first,
no,
yeah, when we first seen the
it's
hit,
the quarterback.
yeah, and we seen him on the ground, we seen his fingers like this, so we thought his fingers was broke. We at first we looking at the game, we like, oh man, he broke it. They done broke his fingers, but he sitting there, he didn't his nerves, you know what I'm saying, when he got knocked out, his nerves just tensed up, and you know what I'm saying, he just froze, you know what I'm saying, and they took him to the hospital and everything that night,
But I
and
thought you weren't supposed to hit the quarterback though.
That's
that's in
no,
practice. Yeah, that's in
No.
practice.
Okay.
that ain't real life at all. Cause
Yeah, that's only in
No.
practice. You can't hit your
I
own
thought that was a
quarterback.
thing. Maybe I'm
Everybody
wrong.
else quarterback open for they live.
yeah.
Oh wait, because it's a blitz, right?
Well,
Say it again.
it's just defensive draws. It's how the defensive team
No, it's a
how the
sack.
coverage is
It's
drawn
called a
up.
sack when you hit the
Yeah.
quarterback, right?
So
Yeah,
yeah, so
it's
he
a
got
quarterback sack.
yes. So when he got sacked, he his head whiplash and smacked the turf, you know,
I
and
don't know. He could
man,
have
but
snapped his spinal cord.
yeah, could have. So they took him to
See,
the
I would
hospital.
never understand who would sign up just to get paid to possibly paralyze yourself.
Man, they
Like
got guys.
it's great entertainment, but
It
who
don't
signs
happen
up for
like
that?
it's not supposed. It don't happen like that, you know. But freak accidents happen, you know, especially in that
They
sport. You
do.
know, accidents happen all the time. You know.
Yeah. Speaking of which, homecoming nights are tonight. Falcons, Rockwood Summit. Alumni, their homecoming game is tonight. So good luck, fellas. I hope it should be over by now.
Who
But
they
I
got?
hope
They had Parkway
they
North, didn't
play
they?
McClure.
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 McClure North. That's what it was. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's the North team.
McClure North. Yep.
So Tua was coming off a concussion in the first place, right? From the previous week.
Correct.
Dang.
Yeah, so he was already concussed, right? And it takes a while to actually bounce back from a concussion. However, he was cleared by the local team.
Medical staff. He went to the hospital.
Yeah,
The medical staff cleared him, but
right.
still, you know what I'm saying? They still is still trying to investigate, and make sure he didn't have brain injuries
Yep.
from like Jig was saying the previous game going forward. You know what I'm saying? Like
So okay. Last game he was out for a concussion, correct?
he got a concussion in the last game. Yeah,
Okay,
he
he got a
played.
concussion. And they okayed him to play in this game.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
you got to go through a little protocol, but
I
I'm
watched
with you.
All American, and that is not supposed to happen.
yeah, G, I'm with you. Cuz they shouldn't have put him back in that game.
Right.
He should have been out
That's
another
what
week.
it sounded like. Like
Yeah,
that's
you should have
ridiculous.
said that
Yeah, like
protocol. But hey, but
He
when you
should have been
paying,
like mental health day. Took a mental health day.
I don't know if he can just flat out call him mental
I
He
health
don't know.
can.
Correct.
because
He
it's football,
should.
but
Now
it
when
was
now when
sad.
now when you making 30 mil a year, 20 mil a year, you know what I'm saying?
Then he should be able to take a mental health day.
I
I'm
No,
just saying.
agree with you.
we need you.
Look, I don't disagree with what you're saying,
Man,
Rhonda,
let
but
me give me an NFL team.
I mean, shit, if you got the cool 50 mil, let's talk about it.
I
You,
mean,
you,
But
they gonna have
you guys
mental
ain't gonna
health
show up in
days. They
play.
gonna do yoga. They gonna meditate, and
Hey,
some
they gonna
players do that now.
strangers, yeah, they do that
Yeah,
now.
they do
All of
that
them
now.
do it.
That's
The
not a
big
foreign
men, like the
concept.
old linemen and everything, they do that all the
Absolutely.
time.
Ballet and all of that.
thank you,
Correct.
G.
They
Thank
do all
you.
that.
They should definitely he should have definitely took a mental health day.
Yeah, and
Not
I don't disagree.
that's literally like I work with my hands, me spraining my wrist and be like, I'm just gonna go back to work tomorrow. How we work like that?
Say that one more time.
No, like I work with my hands at work. So if I break my wrist and they're like, oh, you can go ahead and come back to work. You use your other hand.
Yeah, you better learn how to with one hand.
Yeah, look, it's
No.
football. It's football. Like players
He
have
needed a
been
mental
known.
health day.
Players have been known throughout the legacy and history of football to just get it wrapped up and get back out there. Shit. Back in the 80s, They
was the
used to
Iron
go
Man
out on the
day.
field. Yeah, they used to go out on the field without helmets at all.
Ronnie Lott cut his thumb off on the sideline or something. Well, they cut his thumb, they
Yeah,
cut a finger off, and he got back in the game.
back in the game. So
Now,
that
how you
type.
gonna catch it?
He
See,
was on
that's too much.
defense. He was on
Too
defense,
much.
but
So
hey,
I'm not saying that I agree with all of this, and of course
right.
the progression of the game, right? You learn that like that type
Yeah.
of stuff ain't cool, but again, it's football, and I agree with you. Like, dude should have been taken out. He should have been given a week and a half, 2 weeks. It's
At
still
least. Which
we only in week 4. We got
Right.
18 weeks to go. Right. Well, we got a full 18
Right, because he sat out all last
weeks.
week.
It's early in the season.
Yeah, he sat out all last week. Bridgewater practice. You should have let him run up. You know what I'm saying? He should have been a starter this week. You know what I'm saying? Going forward. Yeah. Bridgewater should have been a starter going forward this week just because he practiced all last week while Tua was out, flat out. So
right.
he should have been prepared.
So what was their reason for putting this guy back in the game?
To
He
win
made
games.
too much goddamn money.
To win games. Yeah, he
His business.
he is part of the business. He got paid the money. He got to be in there. He got to produce. It's unfortunately that's part of the game.
I might say it definitely. I give him about 2-3 weeks because he gonna be suited back up. Watch.
Yeah. So if you look at depending on the severity,
his brain just squishing around in his skull, I'm gonna need him to have common sense to set his ass down. That's just
well,
too much.
he got cleared from the hospital because they stretching him out last night. They put him on a stretcher, took him straight to the hospital. He got cleared that night.
Fingers like this.
But I'm just saying, he got cleared. He got on the plane and went to Miami. He flew back home last night.
Yeah.
After getting checked out and everything, so he flew back home, and so.
So you don't, but you don't bounce back anytime quick from any type of concussion, especially when you getting hit by at the equivalent of 45, 50 miles an hour. You know, so.
They said it was his back in the first game, Jig. G said, "My bad, Jig."
No, you're good. He should have been out for a little bit. He should have been out for a little bit. They should have just been like chalk some shit up to the beginning of the season, an early injury, let him get better, and make sure that he gets back in the game later on at full strength. But now you don't know honestly what type of impact this is gonna have.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to look at. I'm gonna look at their schedule, the Dolphins' schedule, to see if they play next week Sunday. But if they do, god dang, it'll do the break. His brain has been literally rattled.
So I wanted to say it's up to him as well. You know what I'm saying? He has a. You know what I'm saying? Because they got the. They got the player association that'll back him. It's like a union for the NFL players. So he got plenty of backing if he choose. You know what I'm saying? If they try to press him to play and he like, I'm not ready. You know what I'm saying? But then even still, his doctor can not clear him. You know what I'm saying? He can go get a second opinion as well. He ain't got to just deal with the team doctors. You know what I'm saying? So that's the other good thing about it.
Yeah. So again,
let's keep that young man in prayer.
Okay.
Good Lord.
Football, Shmutball, and we would be remiss if we didn't promote and pump up the home team for the division. Huh?
Yeah, boy.
Can we throw that out there? Can we throw that out there?
Yeah, boy.
Man,
out there.
I love Molina. I love that guy.
Man, this
is
my cup up here, man. This is my guy, man. That's my dude right there.
I love me some Molina.
I love watching him be behind the plate. He's just the greatest catcher ever.
So you should be here. You should be here, Jig. When he
tomorrow, they giving out the Yachty and Molina bobbleheads. I will be there tomorrow. My job got us tickets.
Oh, that's dope.
Yes, I will be at the game tomorrow with the Yachty and Molina bobblehead. If I can, I'll try to get you one and I'll mail it to you.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
That sucks.
That'd be dope.
But I'm super excited about the game tomorrow. So we got a good shot at going to the World Series this year.
Pujols, Yachty,
Come on now. Who hosting that
Oh, he hit
700 club now?
his
Huh?
700 home run.
Look,
He hit that on the 23rd of September. It was my sister's birthday.
like Earth, Wind, and
Let's go.
Fire, huh?
Let's
Yeah,
go.
he
Almost
the
2 days
20
shy.
yeah,
But they say
26th.
the city ain't a good sports town, man. Come on, man. The
Man,
Blues, the
Yeah.
no,
Blues
we're
steady
a
doing their
baseball
thing.
town. We are
Man, we're a baseball
soon to be
town.
a
We're a
soccer
hockey
town,
town.
hockey town.
And we
Soccer
used to be
finna
a
kick off.
football town.
The stadium finna kick off
Oh
next
yeah,
year
we got the
for soccer.
XFL.
Yeah, and we got the Battle Hawks they was the number one team in XFL before they closed it down, before they canceled everything. Now we back,
But it's
baby. We
coming
still
back.
gonna do our
It's coming
thing.
back.
Yeah, we gonna
It's
do our
coming back.
thing.
Yeah, so
So
big ups to the Cardinals. Way to rep. We dig it. We rocking with y'all here. I might wear my Pujols jersey from when he was first with the Cardinals. On our
Yeah,
next
yeah.
I need to wear my Cardinal stuff tomorrow. Why not? You hear me? I'm with you, cuz.
Hey, go
like
ahead.
back in the day, rocking the St. Louis brim was real. It wasn't like a game related thing. It was like, nah, I follow baseball. God damn it!
This yes. If you got your
Yeah,
STL crown, it is what it is. Everybody knows. If you know, you know.
The
exactly.
last time I was at the game, I seen a couple, man, and it was dope. They had their jersey. It said the dude said married. I think the woman said married, and then the dude said since, and then they had
That
1922. She had
yeah.
the 19 and he had the 22 on his jersey, and it was dope, bro.
Yeah,
They
me and my
oh
cousin
they
trying to get us some
you
of
know what I'm
those for
saying?
a minute.
They just scooting through the stadium, you know what I'm saying? Getting to their seats, you know what I'm saying? Still fans, still enjoying it and still enjoying each other, man. It was just great. I was
Yeah.
like, that's a dope concept right there.
I love
So
it.
I got married like around opening day. So that's what we did the next day after our wedding. We went to the Cardinals game. That's like been our thing. So me and like, we be at all we be as many games as we can go to together. It's like it's
Yeah.
just our thing.
Oh
All right,
yeah.
so everybody that's watching, that's not from St. Louis on my TikTok or that's on our Twitch, having a date at a St. Louis Cardinals baseball game is a thing in St.
It's
Louis.
a thing. It's a
It's
thing.
a thing.
Yeah. Get your hot dog, get your burger. You gotta get Budweiser.
So
That's
$20,
all.
yeah,
That's
$20
all we
bill.
sell is Budweiser products at the game. So you know what I'm saying.
Budweiser.
You
The
know what I'm saying. But they got.
margaritas be
I
slapping.
was about to say they got bomb cocktails. They got Chinese food. I mean, they got you
Oh yeah,
name it.
the
They
stadium
they
is
sitting up in there
bomb. Like,
carving roast beef and turkey and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like anything you want at the
uh,
game, you can
and
get.
if you ain't got the helmet nachos, you know you ain't doing it. You gotta have the helmet nachos.
I have got to get my kids back to St. Louis for some
For a
Cardinals games.
game. At
I
least just
have.
let them come to one because they gotta
We've
experience it.
all, as many of us as it is from St. Louis, first cousins, we've all been to a St. Louis Cardinals game at least one.
Yep. At least one. And I've been to several, so
Yeah. So shout out Cardinals. We with you. We
yes,
rooting for you.
Big salute,
We
big
rooting.
salute.
definitely rooting.
Absolutely. So pushing the ball forward a little bit and a little bit of sad news especially for our generation and those of us who remember this young man right here, Coolio.
Oh, I
Rest in peace.
know.
59 years young.
59.
Mm.
And we lost Coolio who came through with a fantastic voyage and was of course Gangster's Paradise amongst other things. And he was actually an actor in various different movies. Not saying he was a great actor, but what you been saying?
I didn't know he was with the West Side Connect. I didn't know he came up under the, you know what I'm saying, under Cube him.
Yeah.
Cube, West Side Connect. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Doing
So
research. Yeah, go ahead.
no, my bad. Go ahead. Lay it down, cause
I'm just saying, just doing research. I listened to a video called West Up with the West Side Connect. And it had Mac 10 and Cube on it. I was like, damn, I didn't know Coolio. I thought he came to fame on his own. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know he was part of the West Side Connect.
well, so his story is very similar to Tupac's. Like Tupac actually got put on by Digital Underground, and he was a dancer, right?
Right.
Now Coolio was a legit ass Crip, right? Although he was born in a different state and then he moved to Compton, but he was a legit dude, right? So yeah, he was with the hard and heavy hitters, and then he started doing his own stuff. Now his record label, and I'm not going to say it on our podcast, but his record labels, they never really pushed his albums as much as they pushed his singles, right? But Coolio was actually a lot doper than what I even gave him credit for. To be honest with you,
He's one of them guys that story told. You know what I'm saying? You
Oh
can
yeah,
ride with him.
he did do the intro to Kenan and Kel. I used to
Yeah.
rock that mug.
And also, I'm a big fan of Futurama. That used to be my late night cartoon when I used to go to bed.
Yeah.
So if y'all ever watched Futurama, he had a quasi bot. He was a robot. He did the outro, and then they even did it to this year. You know what I'm saying? Since it's there, they're gonna go ahead and redo it. He had already dropped the voiceover for the quasi bot, and he did a song for the outro going out on that episode.
Dope.
So I can't wait to see that. I'm still a big fan of Futurama. That's still it's a crazy cartoon, but it's my sir. Where you been, man? We've been talking about football.
Before y'all get on time, Sir just finished his own live. I checked into there for a minute. He was doing a live about the Woman King, the movie, and
So
he
actually,
had quite the insight. So
yeah,
do you want us to run it back? We can run football back if you want to, sir.
We go with football, sir.
I think there's a lot that we have that's going on in football right now. And we're gonna push that conversation forward in a little bit, but hey, yeah, sir, we can run back some football. Just saying.
No, we're done with football, sir.
Oh, okay, all
right. Next week.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah,
what you got for us now, Jig?
I'm glad you said that. So rest in peace, Coolio. Thank you for the contributions, and I did give him his flowers while he was here.
Dangerous Minds. That song, if it wasn't for that song, Dangerous Minds.
And I watched that video 1,000 times.
Yeah,
that dude LB was singing his ass off in the song.
Like a badass.
LB was singing his ass off in that song. I'm looking at the video and he just, man, he's singing.
You, Manny.
Yeah, absolutely. So thank you. At this point, Elder, the late Elder Coolio. I don't want to use his Christian name or his government name.
No, we know about Coolio. That's all I know
about Coolio, and we appreciate the contributions that he had to the culture, and we'll always remember. I'm actually, when I get my kids tomorrow, we're gonna listen to Coolio for a little bit.
Fantastic Voyage.
Yeah, Fantastic Voyage.
Ride, Slippity Slide, because he got them chords. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God, I wanted to sing that, but I don't want to get banned on TikTok.
I stopped it. I got
yeah. That's a good look.
So like you say, Jig, I'm gonna bump that in the car tomorrow. I know the chord's gonna catch the kids, and it's gonna be one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did. He did, sir.
So just pushing on, since we are on a little bit of a schedule of natural events that have been happening. Let's talk about real quick these hurricanes. So like Fiona hit Puerto Rico not too long ago, and then Ian, which has ripped up Florida and began to move north towards South Carolina. Shout out to my buddy Jimmy. Hope you're doing well. I got to shoot you a text, my man.
But my brother's in North Carolina, and he sent us a video. Their power is going in and out, but it's just a lot of rain and a lot of wind, but they're doing okay.
Yeah. So there's still 250,000 citizens or our national brothers and sisters in Puerto Rico that are still without electricity.
Correct.
Since Hurricane Fiona. And then we had the addition of all the flooding, so on and so forth, that happened with Hurricane Ian. Fortunately, my sister was doing. They weathered the storm, and we kept talking throughout the night. And at one point, they had winds that were up to 100 miles an hour down there. So, just if we could, we totally would like donate as much as we can. Like just simply sending prayers to these folks isn't enough. Like
Y'all know what? We don't need a passport to go to Puerto Rico. Let's just get on the plane and go do it.
Mira, Manny. Hey, get a group of us together so we can go over to Boricua. Huh?
Let's just go and let's get our hands dirty. Let's go do some work.
Yeah.
Hey,
So
that's my name. You hear me? I'm down with that.
facts.
So
So
I mean,
all
money helps too, but they're also going to need a lot of other help. So.
they are. So all the people that are going through the struggles, the pains, the hurts, the loss that have been involved in any of these natural disasters, our hearts go out to you, and your families, and we hope.
I got
Pray
that bass in my voice, cuz you hear me? I'm like that.
Yeah, we hope and pray that things bounce back
out.
for you. I'm trying. I missed FEMA. Not that I'm doing a big fan of FEMA. Yeah. So there's a lot, and I don't want to go off on this political tangent about FEMA or monies that were sent to Boricua, Puerto Rico, that were lost or whatever the case may be. Right. That's at the end of the day, they're still our brothers and our sisters,
Absolutely,
our aunties, our uncles, our
Puerto
nephews,
Rico.
and our nieces.
It's a
They are
beautiful
people.
place. Beautiful
Yeah,
place.
they're all still our people, and we hope that things get better as we continue to progress through life. So I didn't want to leave that out. Just wanted to put that shot out there. So
Yeah, prayers and condolences to everyone going through the situation. 21, I think it was like 33 confirmed dead in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
So our condolences out to all them families as well. So we
facts.
keep pushing forward. Yeah, yeah, it's sad.
It is sad. Speaking
I
of sad,
was like,
go ahead,
I really want to go back to, like, I want to go to Puerto Rico anyway. So, I mean, if I can go and help, it'll be killing two birds with one stone.
Yeah. So and so I'm on vacation right now, and I was actually thinking about trying to figure out how to get over there. But I got
Big C.
Little hand dog, and little bushberg.
For sure. I wanted to figure out how I can put my hands to assisting to helping somebody, because that's what matters to me. I want to help. I want to help people. So
yeah.
Sir, gotta explain this. I don't know what my spelling and my language lingo bad. What's the last three words?
Taino Puerto Rico. So the Taino people are the actual original peoples of Puerto Rico. They're like the indigenous peoples of America.
Okay.
And they're often lost in translation, unfortunately, when you actually begin to talk about the Isle of, or the Caribbean people of Puerto Rico, when it comes to colonization and how things were done. The Taino people, so actually in the army, the unit in the army, one of their slogans and one of their things is Taino. And they are the actual original peoples of the Puerto Rican island, and they're actually very beautiful. They keep their culture. They have a little bit of a different dialect. Manny and I actually talked about the Taino at one point, because they're very culturalistic roots type of people. So I would actually challenge y'all to go and study the Taino. Go and study the Taino people and look at their greatness. They've done a lot. They've given a lot to various different cultures of the world. Their culture is absolutely beautiful, magnificent. There are a group of people called the Taino that are still down for the roots of the Boricua, for the Puerto Rican people.
For the people, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. I mean, when I tell you it's beautiful, and it also draws a direct line and route to some of the things that we can identify with readily and available, like even when it comes to Mardi Gras, when it comes to different type of dresses, when it comes to different type of celebrations, they are absolutely a direct reflection of who we are as a people. So yeah,
Cool.
it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
We're gonna talk about Mardi Gras and all that good stuff later on, because I got a good little segue on that as well.
All right. They live in the mountains, so Manny can tell you. Manny can tell you. Well, before we move too much further, let me give a shout out to brother Emmanuel Castro, who was last night initiated into the world's oldest fraternity of Freemasonry.
Oh,
And it was
great.
a very beautiful ceremony, and it was deep. Yeah, rounds of applause, my brother.
Yes, yes.
Rounds of
Congrats.
applause. Very quality guy that has joined a very quality fraternity, and he's going to enrich the fraternity, and the fraternity is going to enrich him as well.
Let me pull up a shot for that. You hear me?
Yeah, actually, yeah. Let's do that. Let's do that.
That's a
I'm
big
not taking
congrats.
shots tonight. I'm done
That's a
with
big
3
shot.
for 4
Man, that's a
years.
big shot.
We're gonna get to that in a second, Wanda, so you can tell us about that.
What up,
So
sir?
thank you, my brother Manning. It was a beautiful ceremony, and welcome to the fraternity. All right. So this is going to be on a bit of a downward trend, unfortunately, but we got to talk about it. We got to talk about it because it's not actually being talked about enough. Oh no, I can't find a picture that I thought I had a picture. It's all right.
That's all right.
It's all right.
Damn
And
it.
that's Brett Favre. Brett Favre and the scandal that's happening in Mississippi.
Speaking of Mississippi, don't ever drive through that mud. That thing is long. Trying to get through there, baby.
MI, crooked letter I, crooked letter I, humpback, I.
That's look. I was spelling out Mississippi, and I was like MISSISSIPPI. I said I had to sing it to remember.
Good job.
The damn state. It's like
Every time somebody asks about Mississippi, that's all. That's the first thing come to mind. MISS, crooked letter. That's the first thing come to mind. You know what I'm saying?
I take my crooked letter I, humpback, I.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's first thing come to
When I
mind.
hear
So
Mississippi, I think about P Valley. So
I haven't watched that yet.
I'm not gonna watch that. But anyway, that's for another day.
So yes, that describes the scandal surrounding Brett Favre. I'll let y'all say what y'all. What do y'all think about Brett Favre's scandal so far?
I honestly don't know too much about it. I got the gist of the whole situation. My takeaway from it okay. I can't take her nowhere, baby. I cannot take her
Right,
nowhere.
we can't take her nowhere.
I just feel like it's not getting the attention it deserves because he's stealing money that was supposed to be used for, I guess, a great, like something else. Like it's like welfare money, wasn't it?
Correct.
Boom. Go ahead. We still listening.
He was taking welfare money, and Mike Vick fought a dog.
Mike Vick didn't fight the dog. He took the crime for his people actually fighting the dogs. Right. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't actually a part of the crime.
But do you see how he was dragged though? And
correct.
Don't even know what's going on with.
I just want to throw that out there. Yeah, I agree. I'm hearing. I'm listening.
Tyranny.
Yeah, it's a heinous crime. It's horrible. I'm. You know what I'm saying? Like it's been out for months. My uncle Shannon Sharp spoke about it. You know what I'm saying? That's what brought my attention to the whole situation. And I thought it, like I say, it was a heinous crime. You stealing from people that don't have already. You are a multi-millionaire already.
Multi-million.
You can get whatever you want for its tax breaks and loans and whatever you need to do to build facilities that you need, feel fit for your daughter or your, you know what I'm saying, or going forward with your family. You can yourself provide that. Stealing from the less fortunate and like I heard about 7 mil, but I heard it's more than that. I only heard about 7 mil, but I know it's a lot of multi-millionaire people that's tied into the system, tied into the scandal, I should say. And it's heinous. I'm just gonna leave it at that. That's the word Kearns always use. It's heinous.
It is.
So
Hey,
I'm
they
gonna
use that
start.
word all the time on SVU.
I'm gonna start up here and I'm gonna try and work my way back just to bring everything a little bit full circle. So forgive
Yes,
me if I'm
sir. The
long-winded about it.
mayonnaise tyranny.
So you have a career in
Mhm.
the National Football League, a sport at the level that rarely people get to. And over that course of your professional career, you make over $100 million for yourself, for your family. Now, you go through trials and tribulations. There's an addiction, and then there's women that you have to try and calm the scandals down on and make
We
sure.
talking about Ben Roethlisberger or Brett Favre?
We're talking about Brett Favre, baby.
Okay, my bad, my
Let's
bad,
not. Yeah, this is Brett Favre.
my bad.
Right?
Okay, 15. My
So,
bad.
Oh, so he a wild boy out here in these streets, huh?
hey, listen. All you got to do
He's
is
a
pay.
wild boy.
All you got
Okay.
to do is pay to keep the public out of your business, to pay off the media, to keep things down to a minimum. So then you retire and you become a Hall of Famer, NFL player, quarterback at the most prestigious position in the sport as quarterback, and you become a Hall of Famer, right? So you've done your due diligence on the field and you've put in your work on the field. You've neglected your family a little bit, so on and so forth, which sucks also. But you have not forgotten that at the end of the day, your daughter plays volleyball and you've got to get a stadium built for her volleyball team at your alma mater, which happens to be in the poorest state of the country. But while you're at that, you go ahead and you begin to pull money away from the poorest people, the people who need the most help in that state. By the way, allegedly, it's done with the assistance of multiple different actors, one of them being the ex-governor of Mississippi, right? And this scandal spans an amount of about $77 million. And again, over the course of your whole career, you have already made over $100 million. So you understand the value of $77 million, notwithstanding at this time, as we speak tonight and breathe and live, there are Mississippians who don't have clean water.
Mm-hmm.
There are Mississippians who can't afford to feed everybody in their household because, again, it's the poorest state in the country. But you decide as a multimillionaire that you're going to go ahead, quote unquote, allegedly, and take from the poorest people in the country with knowledge that if people find out about what you're doing, it could hurt you. This man.
How they find out about that? How would they find out about that?
So as I read about 4 or 5 different articles about the topic, it was blatant that he had sent a message to a person who was working in the administration as an assistant from the Mississippi governor, the ex-governor at the time, and his statement was, paraphrasing, will the media find out how I'm getting paid from you?
It's Brett Favre.
This is Brett Favre. These are text messages recovered from him. This is stuff that he's saying, because so he understands that he's doing wrong, right? Cognitively, notwithstanding
that
go
he's
ahead.
doing a heinous crime.
Yeah, he knows he's doing a heinous crime, right? Notwithstanding that he got paid $1.1 million, $500,000 for one event, as well as $600,000 for another event, to actually where he actually said that he $500,000 for one event, $600,000 for another event, where he said that he showed up and gave a speech within a contract that he was given. Those were some of the conditions that he had to actually meet. Now, things were going back and audited, and he never showed up to those events. So,
As a man, you
man,
want to stand up. This part of your contract. This is a why ain't nobody came forward about a breach of contract or anything? Because Brett Favre has yet to conduct a contract. I mean a speech for this.
exactly.
Or an
Exactly.
apology.
So I'll get to that in a second. I'll get to that in a
Okay,
second.
go ahead and speak.
Let me continue down my soapbox real quick. So you do all of this. You get $1.1 million for speeches and events that you didn't show up for. And then you try to make yourself look better, right? You try to make yourself look better and you say, well, I paid back those monies to those events. However, comma, you didn't pay back the interest from those events, which is in the form of $228,000, which is why lawyers began to get involved with this. Now, you continue to do things under the radar.
Back, didn't it?
Yeah.
Just kick back.
Yeah. You continue to try to do things, and you keep trying to sneak stuff under the radar. So one of the things that he did at his alma mater is he was trying to, first off, he got a volleyball stadium built for a team that his daughter was playing on, and it was funded through his charity event or organization. And again, a lot of stuff was traced back that was done fraudulently. Also, he began to push. Well, he look. So that's a whole nother topic for another time. He began to push to get a stadium built at his alma mater so that he could recruit Deion Sanders' son. And he was pushing it hard. Not only was he pushing it hard, but he was willing to try and force people into doing illegal or performing illegal actions in order to get these funds, to get this indoor stadium built. Because he figured and he knew that what he was doing worked. So he was still willing to be a piece of crap guy to continue to take from the poorest people, or the people who are in the most need in the poorest state in the United States of America, to meet his personal goals. So yeah, Brett Favre needs to have his Hall of Fame title stripped from him, in my opinion.
And Jerry Rice,
I give the award of piece of shit of the week to Brett Favre.
New segment.
Oh yeah, we can do that, can we?
New
Piece of shit
segment.
of the week. POS of the week.
Yeah.
Jerry Rice needs to come forward and be like, man, I don't want to be in these Copper Tone commercials with this dude no more. He trash, you know what I'm saying? And he ain't finna stain on my name, you know?
Yeah.
You got a point.
Yeah.
Like,
so
you're the company that you keep. You don't want to be in the wrong company now, do you?
Right. We spoke about NFL money, but we didn't speak about endorsements and sponsorship, you know what I'm saying? And all the other accolades, I mean, all the other revenues that he was gaining money from. So come on now.
That's crazy. That is
Cut
crazy.
it out.
So like you said, like, shout out to Uncle Shannon Sharp for pointing this stuff out. Unfortunately,
Sharp would have never got away with nothing like this.
No.
He
And
spoke about
unfortunately,
it.
like, this shit has not been aired as much as it should have been. And it
Absolutely,
should be.
because I barely knew anything about it.
Yeah,
So it ain't no subpoenas or nothing. Ain't nobody coming forward with nothing, trying to jam these guys up. They just getting away scot-free, huh?
They are not getting away scot-free. The FBI has launched an investigation, because again, whenever you're dealing with money, it becomes a federal offense. So the FBI has launched an investigation into everything.
They got Young Thug jammed up for 20 years. Damn, they trying to put the RICO charge on Young Thug. You know what I'm saying? For money laundering, racketeering, and all this stuff. For a rapper,
he might deserve it.
I'm just saying. I'm just speaking. You know what I'm saying? But then you got these other guys committing the same crimes, and
yeah, absolutely. If we're going to apply the law, it needs to apply to everyone equally, regardless of your socio-economical standings.
Yeah.
Regardless of that, they put Mike Vick through the ringer. T.O. Hell, I'll even go so far as to say OJ. Stripped him of titles.
I don't know. OJ like Brett Favre. OJ like Brett Favre. Like when you reach a certain status, once you reach a status, well, you can't come for me, and that's how they feel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then when you able to pay the courtroom off, pay the people that you need to pay off, it's, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
OJ free, ain't he?
OJ got jammed up on some stupid stuff.
But he
But I
out a
think he
minute
free
ago,
though. I
right?
think he free though. I think he free though now. But
Okay.
Yeah.
come on,
So,
man.
and I don't disagree with that statement, man. And look at the former president, right? He's got a lot of things
Yeah.
happening in the news surrounding him. And here's what I will say about that. And not to get off on any type of a political tangent, but if you got 100 motherfuckers in a room saying that you are guilty of something, well, let me not even say 100. If you got 5 people in a room saying you guilty of something,
Who
and
just hitting the long run?
your character reflects that you're
Okay.
guilty of
701.
something, 9 times out of 10 you're guilty of something. So this and once a lot of the stuff with Trump comes to a head, I think we'll probably talk about it, but there's too many things that's going on, and it's hard to actually keep track of everything that's going on with Trump, be it the New York assistant New York DA, be it what's going on with him as far as classified documents, be it accusations from essaying and all that other stuff. So we'll get to, I think we'll get to a lot of the stuff surrounding Trump once it actually all comes down to a focal point and he's in the sentencing stage. I'll say it that way.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Brett Favre has, like, to hell with that guy.
Oh, well, Rick saying you definitely should get jammed up on going to get your own stuff. Dude was selling memorabilia. It was OJ stuff, but he did it the wrong way. He went in there with a pistol, with a couple
Yeah,
of guns, and you know what I'm saying. He handled it wrong.
that
But
was a few years ago. Yeah,
yeah, that was a few years ago. But
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Brett Favre needs to be stripped of his Hall of Fame title.
And go to jail.
And well, yeah, like if he's guilty of any of the quote unquote alleged issues, absolutely.
Oh my God. I love our viewers. I really
But
do.
he does not deserve to be able to wear that jacket and be in the Hall of Fame. His character is completely broken. He makes the NFL look like crap if that's what they're going to push and promote, that type of
Rape a man haircut. But okay, keep going.
that's why. Hey, Manny, that's why I'm finna get super rich. I ain't finna have no filter. Hey, if you ain't part of the, you know what I'm saying, the cap, you ain't part of the, you know what I'm saying, my circle, down the middle, you cut off. You hear me? And we stepping on all toes, you know what I'm saying? Going forward. We stepping on all toes going forward. That's what they do. That's what they do out here with the wealth. They just step on toes and just they ain't humanized no more, man. You got to stop dehumanizing people. You know what I'm saying?
Bruh.
Degrading people, making them feel bad, and not just feel bad, but just I was about to say, man, I'm gonna say it, just shitting on them. You hear me? You can't just shit on people.
That's sad.
We human, man. We all part of a common goal that we need to come together. You know what I'm saying? And people not on that.
You would think, but
all right. So moving forward, let's get back to a happier note, right? And let's talk about it. Well, let's hear about this.
Girls trip.
Girls trip.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Oh my God. That city. That city owes me nothing. It owes me nothing. So
tell us about it, Wanda. Tell us about it.
So last weekend, me and my girls went to New Orleans. So to celebrate my sister's birthday. So it was me, Rick, my sister-in-law Miranda, and my sister Alice. So
the birthday girl.
The birthday girl.
Happy birthday, Al.
Yep, September the 23rd. So the 22nd, we piled in my little car, packed it on up, got down to New Orleans. Your girl drove a whole 9.5 hours by herself. She did that. She did it all by herself. I didn't need any help.
It was for y'all.
Huh? It was 4 of us, but I drove the whole way. Like, okay, so on the
Not
way
no more.
there,
Not no
um,
more. Hey, look here. I'm finna pull over. Er, Your
so
turn.
yeah.
We gonna
Right.
split it. We gonna split these 10 hours up. You hear me?
I mean, I had already said like, I'm like, okay, if we all drive 2.5 hours, we'll be there. You know, it'll be no like it'll be equal. It is only 2.5 hours. But once I got to rolling, your girl was rolling. I wasn't trying to stop for real, for real.
Gotcha.
So, um, like it was like legit. Like it was super cool. It wasn't a bad drive. It was one highway. Um, so we was only going for a weekend. So you know that one person who has to bring the big ass suitcase. Like we were going for a whole month.
It was 4 females. I know all y'all had big ass suitcases.
I no, I packed conservatively. I did. I had a whole lot, but I had like a duff. I had a that's on me when I was packing. I had a Victoria's Secret duffel bag.
Look, I know a young lady that will pack a whole goddamn room in her book bag.
So I mean, it can be done. And I had 2 duffel bags and a makeup caboodle. That's all I had, and it fit. So we get down there. You know, the ride was hilarious. They acted a straight donkey. Having Alice and Ricky in the car at the same damn time is a
We
straight.
we found out who packed the extra suitcase.
Right.
So we 9.5 hours later we in New Orleans. We get to the Airbnb.
Max, this right here. Y'all ought to do a hang of a girls trip edition. Absolutely.
Look at Manny.
I will keep that in mind. I will keep that in mind. So we made it to our Airbnb. We wasn't sure where to park because like everybody was on this one side of the street and nobody was on the other side of the street. So we just parked where everybody else parked at. So we get into our Airbnb. Getting into it was a hassle. We couldn't figure out the lock. But then eventually we got that, we got it together. And so we go in, Alex decides that, oh, it's not midnight yet. We can still go hang out on Bourbon Street until midnight. I just drove 9.5 hours. But I'm like, you know what? Vacay, YOLO, let's do it. So everybody changed clothes. We hop back in the car, drive down to Bourbon, we park, and yeah, so we go to the tropical isle on Bourbon because everybody wants their hand grenade. You gotta get a hand grenade, okay? So the hand grenades are a NOLA staple. If you don't get a hand grenade while you're there, you ain't
Not too fruity.
Huh?
Yeah, is
Not
it
too
fruity
fruity.
or
No,
what?
it's really good.
I
If
like
you don't get
liquor.
a
You know what I'm saying? I don't want. I mean, I know it probably consume a lot of liquor, but I don't want nothing too fruity.
Yeah, I don't want shit sneaking up on me, damn it. I drink to know where I'm going.
Yeah.
That's the
no,
truth of it.
man, well, on the sign it says you only need one. So we, I like it's our birthday. I buy our first round of grenades. It was really, really, really good. So, I just died. Okay, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, it actually sounds a little bit better.
Okay, so we walking down Bourbon. We hear all the, you hear all the bounce music, You're like, so we go to this one spot. They like, y'all gotta finish our drink before y'all come in here. So knowing us, the G's that we are, we stood outside. We stood outside the little bar club area, sucked the drinks down. We ready to go. So the guy let us in. We in there dancing and having a good time, doing what girls do. Long story short, we missed midnight and telling my sister happy birthday.
That's what it's all about.
We missed it. Excuse me. So then, like this couple, I don't know if it was a couple or a group or whatever, but I really feel like they was trying to date rape my sister. So I guess they didn't know that They didn't know that we were all together, and my sister decided that she wanted to go to the bathroom. I'm like, okay, bet. So she walks off, but I'm not far behind her. I see the girl that was dancing on my sister the whole night follow her to the bathroom, and the two guys that she was with follow them in the same direction. I'm like, oh no, buddy, that's not about to go down over here.
Nah,
And
no, sir.
right. So I go in the bathroom, and the girl just standing there. I'm like, what you waiting on, sis? She's like, oh, I just came here to wash my hands. I'm like, I bet you did. I got my sister, and we got the hell up out of there. So this time we good and tipsy because we took shots. And who bought that shot? Because I didn't want to take it.
You bought it. Oh, you
no,
ain't
I
buy
didn't.
Check
statements later. It doesn't matter. Somebody bought a shot. We took it. And then we like, oh shit, we need to eat. So we walking back towards the car. Or so we think we walking towards the car. We don't know where the hell we going, to be honest. We just walking. And we found this place called Willie's Chicken. Willie's Chicken. Ricky's stupid. So we went to we walked into Willie's Chicken because it ain't no line in Willie's Chicken. And we order us some Willie's Chicken. And everybody get their food. Ricky ordered something weird. I was so mad at her. I think she ordered like red beans and rice or something. And Miranda ordered and I think Miranda ordered fries. I was pissed off at her too. But me and Alice got food. Like I got some chicken strips and a biscuit and some fries. And so because I needed to soak up the I gotta drive us back to the Airbnb. So when I tell y'all that this biscuit took my soul, I don't know what them people put on that biscuit. But that it was a honey butter biscuit, and it was soft, and it was amazing, and it was everything that I dreamed it would be. So we finally. Oh, and by the way, our Airbnb was haunted.
Haunted.
What makes you say it was haunted? Let's
ask Ricky. Pause. Wait, where Ricky at? Because we need to get her on here so she can tell. Because it was dude, it was haunted.
Bunch of scary ass girls. That's what I think.
We is not scared. Hey, I ain't scared of nothing as long as I got my piece of steel with me, baby. I ain't scared of nothing.
You can't shoot a damn ghost though. Let's just be honest.
You can't shoot a ghost.
You right, but I was gonna shoot whatever was making that noise.
You need to poltergeist.
Right.
Ricky, hit that link and come in.
So this is what I'm gonna do. For my birthday March 3rd, this year coming up, we gonna go to New Orleans. I never did a Fat Tuesday in New Orleans. My birthday is the same week as Fat Tuesday, Mardi Gras. Yeah, it's the same week as Mardi Gras every year. I ain't never did. I do the Mardi Gras here in St. Louis. It's amazing. But to go down to New Orleans and do it, where they actually
so every day is literally Mardi Gras down there.
Resonating, but where the Disney where it resonated at. Oh my boy, yeah.
So we walking back to to the car.
I kicked him off, my bad.
You got it, Cuzzo.
We walking back to the car, and we took a wrong turn somewhere, and we ended up on Hobo Alley.
Oh my goodness. You made it right at Albuquerque.
I don't know where we took it wasn't a wrong
That's
turn.
Bugs
We
Bunny.
going towards the car.
So you didn't know that. I know that reference. That's Bugs Bunny.
You stupid. This is not Looney Tunes, sir.
My bad. Y'all was out there just living
Let's
our best life. Just figuring it out.
Yep. So we get back to the.
He's trying to figure it out, Manny. Where you go, bro? I'm gonna pull Manny down until he get back. Oh, he's back.
There she go. So we trying. Where she go? Okay.
I got it.
So we trying to get back to the Airbnb, right? And the hobos try to steal my cousin. They was trying to steal my cousin.
They sure did.
You, Rick?
Yeah. He took advantage of me being lost. Talking about he'll put Hickey somewhere that I never see him.
Like the hobos.
That sounds like a player move to me.
No, them hobos was trying to get my cousin. They was trying to get shot. Is what they was trying.
They was trying to get homeless.
They was. And she was like, I already took her to somebody homeless. I ain't doing that shit again.
But y'all had a great time though.
We had a ball.
Oh my God.
So we got back to the Airbnb. Y'all favorite cousin, Alice, decided that she was gonna take her food upstairs instead of put it in the refrigerator. She put the food on the stairs and walked up the steps. I'm like, that ain't the refrigerator.
That sounds like a good night.
Sometimes it counts. Yeah.
But
it was great. Like I thought I got lost on Bourbon Street. Like everybody was walking past me.
Oh my God.
I was drunk.
Hilarious.
I didn't know where I was. Like I panicked.
She did. She panicked real quick. She said, then she was like, these people coming towards me. It was just people walking down the street.
Okay.
Is New Orleans an open carry state?
No.
They look sketchy.
No, Louisiana is not. Louisiana isn't. And well, in certain parts, depending on where you are in the region. So Louisiana, the laws in Louisiana are like almost they're really different from the rest of the United States.
Marijuana is legal.
Yeah, their court system is also different.
Marijuana is really, really legal there.
Alice almost got ate by a snake.
Okay, so let's do this.
Did we talk about that, Jiggy? About the laws in each state?
We did. So we are pushing at an hour and 17 minutes, and it looks like we are about to have an afterlife. So
let's get into it.
Everybody that's on right now, sir, I'm going to bring you on also. What I'd like for y'all to do is, because we got to continue this story, because this sounds like a great freaking time in the.
It was a great trip.
And
I'm doing New Orleans March 3rd.
It's gonna be a boys
23.
I'm down.
No boys trip, nothing. I'm going.
It ain't gonna be a fellas trip. I can't take my wife, so yeah.
Okay, it's gonna be a us trip.
We going.
It's gonna be
going back.
We going because
it's gonna be a family trip.
Today.
We ain't had a family trip. People been asking me and my wife like when we gonna have another. But we were doing the cruises and everything. They like when we gonna have the next trip. Let's do the next trip. March 3rd this year.
I text my girl.
So what it do, my dude? Hey, let's set up the afterlife, bro. Let's set up the afterlife. My guys, sir,
okay. All right. So before we set up the afterlife, and I'll post the link in the comments on Twitch. I'll figure out how to schedule us to go live directly after this, so we can keep the party moving. But we can't get off.
So you can put your glasses on. You got serious.
Why you can't go on the boys trip? You already went on the boys trip.
I want you on bed.
Okay.
We can't leave. We can't leave without our favorite segment of what got you effed up this week.
Oh no. Nobody thought about that sign at all. Nobody thought about that at all.
That's the sign. I
kind of like that. Who doesn't like ass?
My God.
So just
about promotional friends.
Right. Just to keep it to a little bit of a minimum. It'll be Dirt, Wanda, and myself, and then as soon as we get finished, because we'll go forever with this, and we'll continue with the afterlife. But Dirt, Wanda, and myself giving what got you effed up this week, and then we'll shut this down. I'm gonna post the link in the comments again for if anybody want to hop in as well for the afterlife, so you can join in with us. So Dirt and Wanda, Dirt, we'll start with you. What got you effed up this week?
Ownership. Ownership. Like I said, I gotta cut my grass some more. The twins ain't old enough to get out there and work with the kids. You know what I'm saying? I gotta wash the cars some more. Twins ain't old enough to get on top of the car and wash the top. I need them to get older so we can.
Man, if you don't stack them two on top of each other.
Excuse me, Auntie. You speaking for the kids. You ain't speaking for me. You know what I'm saying? You speaking for the kids. We gotta get out there. Daddy gotta get out there and grind. And
They can hit them tires. They can hit
I
them
need my
tires.
what you said, sir. So there we go.
Hit them
Hey,
tires.
son, you get right there. Both of them get a tire piece. It's 4 tires. You hear me? They get a tire piece. That's
Right.
what got me effed up this week, having to do everything on my own, bruh.
Ain't
And
nobody
I
asked you
got
to
little
be a
boys.
responsible, standing accountable black man. That's what you signed up for, baby.
Facts. Facts.
So,
What you got? What you got, cuz?
Who got me effed up this week? Pretty much the same thing. The fact I gotta take out my own trash, and like I hate that. Like I legit hate that. I hate it. I hate
look
it.
at all
Like
the men laugh.
I hate taking out my trash. So taking out the garbage got me effed up this week. And what else? Something else had me effed up this week. My housekeeper ate my damn Milano cookies, bro. Like ate the whole bag.
It's a fee, cuz. It's a fee for service. I don't care. I don't care where you
The
at. It's
housekeeper.
always a fee for service.
Whoop that trick, cause it's a
I
no-no.
paid them cash money.
The housekeeper.
We underpaid, bro. We
I
underpaid.
had paid somebody to watch my dogs and watch my house while I was going
She
out of
rich.
town.
She rich. That's what rich
So
people do.
they ate my Milano cookies. So that's what got me effed
We
up.
balling like that now, huh?
Like
And
y'all
the
should
Milano
have
cookies.
legit seen my face when I went to go look for my cookies. When I went in my cabinet to grab my cookies, and my cookies were not there.
Let me get a loan, cuz. Yeah, let me get a loan. You
Why
got
ain't you paying them to take the trash out?
FBLRY.
Let me get a quick $5,000 at a 1.5%
What
APR.
y'all got me fucked up this week? Y'all tripping?
Let me get a loan.
Those are rich people problems. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We still got
Dad, what got you effed
the
up this
Aldi
week?
cookies over here. You know what I mean?
She got a maid, bro. Who got a
Please
maid?
don't talk about it. No, don't
Jiggy
talk
Out of
be
about
show of
it.
hitting.
hands, who got a maid? Out of show of hands, who got a maid?
I don't
Jiggy
have
be
a
sick.
maid. No, we'll talk about this on the after live.
Yeah, I need a
can't wait to
loan,
get there.
cuz. I need a loan.
Fat, what got you effed up?
So all right. So I'm going to bring the mood down just a little bit because it's.
Oh, here you go.
I know.
You should have went first.
Maybe, and the hope is that all of us understand what's going on, right? So if you don't know who Jerome Powell is, he is the chairman of the Federal Reserve, and he's put out multiple different statements within the last week and a half about what's going to happen with the economy. If you didn't understand what happened with the stock market today, you might be lost on what's going to happen within the next year and a half to maybe even 3 years, right? If you haven't been looking at what's going on with the housing market as housing prices have begun to decrease, making what would seem to be a market that would make people be able to afford housing, right? There's a lot of things that are about to happen in our economy. The world, Jerome Powell is he's the chairman of the Federal Reserve, and he's actually put out multiple different statements about what the vision, the goal, and the way forward for the Federal Reserve is going forward to essentially how to continue to value the dollar, right? So just a quick summary of the American dollar. United States of Americans, we don't own our own dollar. We don't. It's owned by a private company. They are able to shift, manipulate, and move the economy the way they want to. So what the Federal Reserve wants to do at this point is get back to what a concept called price stability. Price stability is what essentially helps the rich continue to stay rich and even richer, and what helps the working poor or the middle class remain the middle class, and what keeps the poor, right? America is about to lose at the very least $1.3 million. 1.3 million jobs. We're about to lose again 1.3 million jobs. This is something being pushed by the feds. The housing market is spiraling down. The stock market is crashed. However, interest rates and inflation are going to stay high. Currently.
Oh, hey, handsome.
Hey, what's going on, Paquito Manny? Okay. Currently, essentially, there are too many American households that have savings that aren't spending those funds. If you look at what's going on in the car uh, corporations, their stocks also began to dwindle. So where we're moving towards, we're heading into more than just a movement of recession. We're being placed in a position or a situation to where the average American won't be able to continue to save their money at all. And it's all being done just to get back to price stability. We're going to be forced to spend our savings. People are going to begin to lose their homes. There's going to be a fixed rate of housing, a housing loan of 6.25%, which might not sound like a lot now. But if you don't have money to begin with, and then you put 6.25% on top of that, it's huge. Let alone the fact that people who bought houses within the last 2.5 years are going to lose all the
I was gonna
equity
say the government got
that they
mad
put
and
into
turned
that
them
house,
off.
as well as the money.
Yeah, Jig, you going first from here on out. We
Well,
gonna let Jig go
all right,
first from
so,
here
The
on
so I
government
out.
guess
just shut them off.
that's just my point of saying, people, be careful with what's going on, right? Be careful and understand what's going on in the economy and with your neighbors, right? We're going to be in a position of destitute in a very, very small amount of time. Make sure you begin to love on people. Make sure you begin to see people for who they are. Make sure you can empathize and sympathize with people who are going through a struggle. Crime is about to go through the roof.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So get you a gun, people.
Yeah.
Don't just get a gun, but also be in a position to
Learn how
help.
to use it
Also be in a position to help people. Put
and
yourselves,
get a
if you're
gun.
able to do it now, put yourselves in a position to help people. So that's what got me effed up. People ain't really in tune with what's going on with the economy. They don't understand. Again, long story short, and I'll stop it at this. Go and look at Jerome
Dirt.
I gotta go
Powell's, the shit that he's
What?
within the last week and a half to 2 weeks.
It's
Go and look.
actually it's pretty scary because uh what we've seen recently, that life is getting harder and harder and harder. It's like different levels. It's almost like a video game. We had the COVID, then COVID lasted forever. Everybody
I
hated each
think I
other.
got long COVID right now.
and then we went to war, technically, with over there in Ukraine. That's not.
Well, maybe we wouldn't. They need to go get our money back from there. So maybe
I'll
we
talk a
don't
little
go
bit
to
more. I'll talk a little bit about that in our afterlife.
But
No,
it's all
no.
It's all connected because they're all little pressure points where every little sector of humanity is being pressed through a new threshold of assholeness. Excuse my French. Where, like, truthfully, it's all about me, myself, and I, and it's all buried under, well, I need to be like P. Diddy, or I need to be like Donald Trump. To be successful, you got to be an asshole. Only the strong survive. But we're getting to that point where we're losing our humanity. And we've seen it.
Absolutely.
Kind of like we kind of been brainwashed because Netflix has done such a good job, of making sure that, like, violence is something that we get used to. Like, violence is okay. Look at my city.
You want some more drugs?
But that's very enlightening because money is everything. Money makes the world go round, and if people have no money,
I'm sorry for cutting you off, man. I got to end the live. So we can continue to actually talk about this on the afterlife, and we can get real about the whole topic. We can get a unabridged, no holds barred on the afterlife. So let me end it there. And I don't think we need to do final thoughts because we're gonna continue this. So I put the link in the comments on multiple different occasions. If anybody wants to join, by all means, hit that link. We'll let you on. We'll be here. So thank y'all for watching.
Thanks, family.
God bless and
good night.
Good night. I got it.
Hit the button.